Shalom, family. This is Ori Ibri with the Living Word Initiative, author, investor, and consultant. And I'm coming to you today with a video titled, How to Get Rid of Your Limiting Beliefs. So, limiting beliefs are the things in which you subscribe to that, like it says, for lack of a better term, it limits how you work and how you move. So with limiting beliefs, these are all the things that you believe, these are all the things that you subscribe to that subdue the power that you have inside of you. So the reason why these things are important is because, going back to what we've been preaching on since the beginning, your reticular activating system. Your reticular activating system, all it does is spew to your conscious everything that you subscribe to. So I know we know the old cliche that goes, whether you think you're right or whether you think you're wrong, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are correct. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Like, this is not even a motivational speech. This is a practical application of life. Whatever you think you can do, you will be able to do. Whatever you think you can't do, you will not be able to do. Simple concept. So this is why it's also important, going back to what our main teachings are, taking things that we're learning in scripture and practically applying them to life. So when the Most High tells you to guard what it is that you're allowing into your sight, into your mind, when Yahushua tells you to guard your lamp, to guard your light, don't just let anything inside. There's a reason why he's telling you they're telling you these things. And the reason why is, whatever you allow into your subconscious, that is what will form your reality. So if you're always allowing these self-defeating thought processes or these lower self-thought processes into your thought process, well, that's how you're going to be. Real quick example. My wife and I, we sat and we watched a show on Netflix called The Umbrella Academy. And in The Umbrella Academy, one of the characters, basically The Umbrella Academy is about a group of kids who grew up into adults and they had superpowers. Like, this is a whole thing, but that's the basis. A group of people with superpowers. One of the individuals in the storyline, her name was Vanya. The entire time when she was a child, the entire time when she was when she was an adult, she was always told that there was nothing special about her. She was the only one out of the siblings that did not have superpowers. So she was told. However, she found out later on, not only did she have superpowers, but she was the most powerful being out of all of them. But the individual who they called their father who was in charge, always told her there was nothing special about you. Whenever they were kids and they were going missions, he would always leave her at the house, or she would always not be able to be involved. She was always told, you can't do, you're different, you're normal, you're ordinary. That's how we are. We get pumped all of these things about how much we lack, how simple we are, what we can't do. And then that becomes our beliefs. And it becomes a limiting belief, because you're only going to operate up to the standard of where your belief is at. That's why you have to operate in the mindset that I am limitless. I can do anything. What's that? Philippians 4:13 tells us, I can do all things through him that strengthens me. You literally have the power to do all things. But you're only going to be able to do whatever your belief is up to. This isn't a spiritual video. This isn't a prosperity sermon. This is literally your mind and your body operates whatever you believe. And your mind is so powerful that it will literally sabotage you. You will sabotage yourself if you try to go outside of whatever your belief is. So if you always feel like, okay, let's just say, for instance, I'm afraid of heights. Whenever you get to a high place, you'll start getting queasy. Your legs will start getting weak. Some people may even pass out. That's how powerful your mind is, because you've already told yourself, I can't be in high places. You've limited where it is that you're allowed to go. So whenever you get to a destination that's too high up, then your body will start sabotage you, because that's a limited belief. But if you say, I can climb the highest mountain, I can be in the tallest building, I can be in the airplane, I can do all of these things, you won't self-sabotage. So it goes with the same thing about thought process. Like, so many of us are told this is where we're at. This is, especially us as black and brown individuals, we are like that character in the Umbrella Academy. We are continuously being fed we aren't this, we aren't that, we don't equate to anything. But if you look back on history, we're the most powerful individuals on this planet. Like, this whole country we built. Majority of the inventions were invented by us, whether it be us outright inventing them or we invented them and our ancestors invented them and then the slave master took credit for it. Even our ancestors back before colonialism, like, they're the ones that pulled the world out of the dark ages. Like, these are the things that we've contributed to this world, but we're continuously told this is where your ceiling is at. So we all operate right here, not knowing we don't even have a ceiling. We can do so many things. We have so many powers. We have so many opportunities in front of us. However, we limit ourselves to our beliefs. So you have to make sure that you check your limited beliefs. If you have a limit on yourself, you need to go and do whatever it takes. Everyone is some different. Some people, they pray about it, change it. Some people have to go see some therapist about some things that happened in their childhood that has been repressed to their subconscious that they need to get over. Some people may need to go through hypnosis. I don't know. Everyone is different. But the most important thing is, whatever your limiting belief is, you need to get rid of that. Because as long as you're operating in the limited belief, there'll always be a part of you that feels unfulfilled. Because subconsciously, your mind knows what your power is and knows what you're supposed to be doing. And when you're not operating in that, you will always feel a sense of underachievement, and you will never be fully happy. You'll never feel full joy until you release your limiting beliefs. Once you release your limiting beliefs, then you'll be able to operate at your full capacity, and you'll be able to experience all the joys that were meant for you, specifically for you, because then you'll be able to operate in the highest version of yourself, your highest version of your most authentic self. So just to recap, get rid of your limiting beliefs. When you get rid of your limiting beliefs, then move forward and operate at the highest version of your most authentic self. Take the time to do that, so that way, as we transition and we're moving forward and you're moving to the next steps in life, you can experience everything that life was intended for you to have. But you will never experience that as long as you operate in your limiting beliefs. This is Or Ibri with the Living Word Initiative. You all have a wonderful day and a beautiful night.